Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. It's definitely very different than what I would wear on an everyday basis. It's a little edgier, but I do really like the way it turned out, especially the eyes. The lips are much darker than I would normally wear, but you know, this is like interchangeable. You could definitely do like a nude or whatever, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So yeah, and for the eyes I did kind of like a red rose gold kind of look. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So first I'm going to start with my NYX Born to Glow Illuminating Primer. I definitely want to make sure that this is going to stay all day, especially if you're going to like a festival or anything like that. Now I'm going to use my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and this is in the shade Light Beige. So I'm just going to pump a little bit of that onto my foundation brush and buff that into the skin. You want to make sure to blend down the neck a little bit too, so you don't have a line there. So now I'm going to go onto the eyes. I'm going to be using this Morphe palette. It's got a lot of really pretty shades. It's got the mattes and the shimmers. First I'm going to set the eyes though. I'm going to use my Carli Bybel palette, and I'm going to use this neutral shade right here. It's like a matte cream shade, and just set all over the lid. That's going to help so that all the colors will blend much easier when it comes time for the blending, so they don't get all patchy. So now going back to that Morphe palette, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this kind of peachy nude shade in the top right corner and just use that as my first transition shade. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this second shade there next to that and also buff that into the crease and a little higher. Now I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade right here, this middle kind of medium brown matte shade, and just pop that into the crease. Angle your brush a little bit up, upwards so it diffuses it up. It's going to help it blend a little nicer. Now I'm not going to take any product on my fluffy brush, but I'm going to just go back in to blend out those edges a little bit. Now taking a different crease brush, I am going to go in the crease a little bit with this. I'm going to mix the black and this kind of rust brown color, and I'm just going to stick towards the outer corner with this just to deepen that up. Now going back with that other crease brush, just going to blend out those edges. This is actually a fluffy crease brush, but I'm going to just use this to go under my brow. I'm going to be using this white champagne color in the bottom right corner. Just going to go a little bit under the brow. Now just going back with my fluffy brush to just blend that a little bit. Now for the lid color, I'm going to go in with this shade over here. This is a shimmer kind of reddish rose gold. I'm just going to pack that right onto the center of the lid. Now I'm just going to go back in with the crease brush and just define that crease a little more. Now taking that same brush that I used under my brows, and I'm just going to pick up that same champagne color and just pop a little bit right in the center of the lid. And I'm just going to use that brush that I used for the lid color and just kind of blend out the sides a little bit. And these Morphe shades are really great. Morphe is actually like one of my favorite brands to work with because they're so affordable. They also make great shadows. They're really easy to blend. Now I'm going to take my Ico Skinny Liquid Liner in black, and I'm just going to create my wing. So now that my liner is done, I'm just going to start with my concealer. I'm going to be using my Shape Tape concealer in light. Now I'm going to be using some of my Vichy water. This stuff is so awesome. It is Vichy Laboratories. It's mineralizing thermal water born in the French volcanoes. It's rich in 15 minerals, stronger barrier, healthier looking skin. I use this when I'm doing my makeup just to spritz my beauty blender. So that way I don't have to go dampen my sponge all the time and get up and down. But also I use it just to like spritz my face before I do my makeup and before I do my skincare, and it just like helps everything absorb better. So I love this. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like 20 bucks or something. So right now I'm going to use it to spritz my beauty sponge. Now I'm going to bake my face using the RCMA No Color Powder, and this is my favorite setting powder. It's actually really inexpensive. You can get it online for really cheap. I just hate the packaging. Like, it's really annoying to try to get your brush in there. So I know that a lot of other YouTubers have complained about the packaging as well. So hopefully they will do something about it at some point. And I like to also bake around my mouth and up this way, so that way it gives me a nice clean contour under here. I don't do it as heavy as I do under my eyes, but I also like to get a little bit on my laugh line so I don't crease up there during the day. And I'm going to let that sit there while I work on my brows. I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown and just start filling in those brows. So now I filled in those brows, I'm just going to take the little spoolie and comb through a little bit. Okay, so now that the brows are done, I'm just going to dust away all of that RCMA powder, and I'm just going to kind of pat it in and dust away at the same time rather than just go and wipe it all off. And that's going to help it to really sit on the skin properly and press it into the skin. Now I'm going to use my Benefit Hoola bronzer to contour. I've been looking all over for this. I couldn't find it for the longest time, and it was in my car, and I was so happy when I found it yesterday. It's the little things. But I was so excited. I'm just going to take my medium contour brush, and I'm just going to lightly kind of sculpt underneath the cheekbones with that. I had gotten this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, and this middle shade here looked so much like the Hoola bronzer shade. It had like that cool undertone matte shade. So I thought that the Physicians Formula was going to be really similar to the Hoola, and the shade was pretty similar, but it definitely did not blend out nearly as well as the Hoola bronzer, so I was a little disappointed with that. And I noticed later on from that video actually that my makeup was looking kind of muddy. I'm going to take an angled brush and the Hoola bronzer to contour my nose. I'm just taking my beauty blender and just blending that out a little bit. I'm just going to take the excess that's left on the brush and kind of attach that to the brow a little so it doesn't just stop. Okay, I'm going to go just a little bit under my lip just to make that look a little fuller. Now I'm going to take my Tarte blush in the shade Royal. It's a really pretty, like, muted mauve-y color. And just go right on the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to take a big powder puff brush and just try to blend out the edges of my contour and everything just a little bit. Now I'm going to take the Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit, Kitty Cat, Forever Young, and Daydream. And I'm just going to put that right on my cheekbones and a little bit above the brow. And just a little bit above the lip. Now I'm just going to take this brush and just go in the inner corners a little bit. Highlight my inner corners. Now the tip of the nose. And down the bridge of the nose a bit. Now I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line a bit. I'm going to use that same Morphe palette. I'm going to use this fluffy brush and then use this medium brown matte shade and go under here. And now I'm going to take the same shade that we did on the lid color, this shimmery reddish gold kind of, and just stick that more towards the outer corners and just blend a little bit inwards. I'm going to take the Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Black Liner and just line my waterline. Now I'm going to be using my Kylie Cosmetics Matte Liquid Lipstick in this shade, True Brown K. So I really like the way that this turned out. It's definitely very different than what I would wear on like an everyday basis. This is something that I would wear out. The lip color is very dark and something a lot darker than I would normally wear, but it's kind of fun and different. Yeah, and this necklace is from Marina Collections they sent to me, so thank you for that. And I will link a code that you can use down below so you guys can go check out their site and get a discount on any of their jewelry. And they also have sunglasses and stuff like that too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! So now going back to that, but it definitely did not, So now I'm going to just take that, where did it go? Oh, I got it in my eye. Today